Blues. I am Andy Sixsmith, and with the Falcons aiming for their 18th consecutive win in the league, well, they welcome new signing Noah Cato into the starting 15. He replaces Andrew Higgins on the wing. And it's a special Kingston Park welcome back to Kieran Brooks, the 22-year-old prop, who's returned from Leicester until the end of the season. He is among the replacements tonight. Other team news, Jimmy Goffert comes in at fly half, Johnny Golding in at lock as well at loose head. But Dean Richards has pinpointed two Bedford Blues players to watch out for, Luke Baldwin at scrum half and also Jake Sharp at fly half. But the atmosphere is building here at Kingston Park ahead of what looks to be a superb night of rugby. Hopefully the Falcons can pull off yet another win on their quest for the playoffs. Okay, I'm here with Mark at Kingston Park ahead of the top of the table clash with the Bedford Blues. Mark, we're looking forward to the clash tonight.
Should be a good game, yeah. Due to the weather, might be a bit slippy and a bit wet obviously, but hopefully good game, yeah.
Terrible conditions, like you just pointed out. You think there's going to be many mistakes tonight?
The ball will be wet, so there'll be a few drop balls, but that's the northeast, you know? It's always raining here, so...
17 wins in a row now for the Newcastle Falcons. What's the chances of them extending that tonight?
Good chance, I would say. You know, they've come down the division, so we should have no excuses. We should be winning and hopefully get promoted, you know, so that's what it was.
Brilliant, Mark. Thank you for joining us on Falcons TV. Cheers.
Thank you.
We're nice and warm here at Kingston Park, guys. We're going to give us a big cheer for the Falcons after 3. 1, 2, 3.
Right stand, no stand, start stand, make some noise for the Newcastle Falcons. That's twice, that's 3 times, so look at your feet, that's 4, and that's 5, we'll get a 6, and a 7, keep going, and an 8, and a 9, we're nearly there, Pete, we're nearly there, kick, Pete, kick that ball, Pete, kick that ball. He's only going to do the Jimmy Goffert.
full time here at Kingston Park, and the Newcastle Falcons have just about continued their 100% record this season with a dramatic 17-15 victory over Bedford Blues, and it was every bit as hard fought as the scoreline suggests. Bedford got off to the better start and secured good territory, slotting over a penalty after 2 minutes. They extended that lead anyway to 6-0 with a well-slotted drop goal, but a little bit of luck or a well-worked set piece, whichever you want to look at it at. Jimmy Gopperth slotted a penalty against the post, against the crossbar, off the post again. Jamie Hellier reacted quickly and scooted over to make it 7-6 at half-time. The match descended into a bit of a war of attrition in the second period. There were yellow cards left, right and centre. Newcastle Falcons were down to 13 at one point, and a succession of penalties and drop goals pushed Bedford 15 points to 7 clear. But the Falcons launched a second half fight back, and right at the death, debutant Noah Cato scooted over to claim the winning try, Gopperth adding the conversion to claim a 17-15 win and push the Falcons on in their search for the playoffs. Dean, dramatic late victory there. What were your thoughts on the match?
I thought that we didn't deserve to win. I thought that Bedford probably played or came with a game plan to win the game and executed it far better than we did. Or I don't think there was anything wrong with that game plan. I think our execution was pretty poor on the day, and our understanding of where to play, and how to get there was probably not as sharp as it could have been. And I'd say the execution was poor, but full credit to Bedford. Probably the better team on the day lost.
What do you think a victory like that can do for the confidence of the players?
For us, I think it's a wake-up call. You get to this stage of the season and it's all about winning, and Bedford came up here, they had to win. It was important for them to win, and hence why they played in the manner that they did. For us, we probably were in a position whereby we're trying to get our performance together, and without actually going out there with a viewpoint of actually saying, right, let's get the 5 points or the 4 points on the table, and then worry about what happens next week. So for them, it was a far more important game in some ways than us, but at the same time, it's a wake-up call for us, and I'm pleased that it's happened.
Conversely, how much does a victory like that tell you about the character of your players?
Hugely. The guys stuck at it. I was pleased with that. But again, I don't want to be in that position. When you consider how poor our tactical kicking was, the execution of the base of the scrum in the first half wasn't particularly poor, and that may have been down to the refereeing and the understanding of what was going on. But even so, we needed to tidy that up. And on occasions, I think it was probably 4 or 5 clear overlaps that we had, which we just didn't take. And there's a bit of white line fever there with 5 or 10 minutes to go when it was the opportunity there to just finish things off. But that's life, isn't it? And you learn from it, and we will learn from it.
And Noah Cato there with the winning try on his debut. What were your thoughts on his performance, but also what he can do for the team ahead of those playoffs? Yeah,
he's obviously a very talented guy, and he offers something which a lot of people in the Premiership would not be able to give. Put in that position, 5-10 yards out, not many people would score that ordinarily. So he's got everything really. He just needs the opportunity to play.
And obviously a very, very nice set-piece routine towards the end of that first half that led to the Jamie Hellier try. What were your thoughts on that one? Yeah,
I thought we were lucky. He bounced off 2 posts a crossbar, and as that guy gathered it, Jamie just ripped it off him and went over. And full credit to him, perseverance, following it up. I was just a bit disappointed that there weren't other guys there with him. You have a kick chase of a penalty like that, and it shows why you should have.
And finally, Dean, Nottingham 2 weeks' time. Anything that you're going to be working on in particular on the training pitch?
We'll crack on, and I think one of the things that we will take away from tonight is the understanding of how to control the game, which we didn't do, and I thought they did that better than us.
Ryan, well, dramatic late victory there. What were your thoughts on that win?
It's quite tough. We knew what Bedford were going to bring up here. We knew it was going to be a bit of a dogfight, a bit of a grind, but we put ourselves under a lot of pressure with a lot of penalties, and we're down to 13 men at one stage. So, it's one of those games that we just got to build from, and we showed a lot of character to win that. And one of the new boys to come in, Noah, to win the game was, character of him was something to look forward to in the future.
You mentioned going down to 13 men there. What were your thoughts on the level of officiating?
Mate, we're pretty much all over the place really. It's quite hard to defend, with so little men, but we just dug in, done our best, and came away with a win. So it's good.
And you mentioned a debut and a winning try for Noah Cato. What were your thoughts for him?
As great hit for him. A lot of good touches, and just to finish off that way was great for us. So yeah, good on him.
And that 100% record still intact. You think it could go on till the end of the season now?
We're just taking it, game by game, and we're lucky to skim through with that one. So we could just do our best week in, week out, and try and keep that record up.
And you mentioned there the character of the team as well. How much do you think that can help in carrying you through to the end of the season?
We've got a good roll on it at the moment, so we can just keep on getting our training schedules worked out, and just keep on pushing forward. The character just keeps on getting stronger and stronger within the club, so we just keep on carrying on with that, and we're good.